Hey guys, welcome back to the second part of this, well actually the third part of this top trading tips, but the second part of this kind of mini section of psychology, well-being and health approach. And I feel a little bit like I'm out of my comfort zone here talking about nutrition and exercise, not being the most nutritious guy out there or the fittest guy out there. However, finding that level that works for you. And honestly, you may be sitting here now thinking this is rubbish. It's not going to help my bottom line at all. But I promise you one thing: this will improve your trading if you just have the, kind of try and work your body and your mind into tuning with trading. Because guys, it's a difficult job. It's a very difficult job. I put here don't drink and trade, but I'm going to skip that one because it's pretty self-explanatory. But honestly, you'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised at the people who go out for a lunchtime pint, and that's absolutely fine. But I would say if you're going out for a lunchtime pint or two, don't come back and start trying to day trade the Dow at the open. Honestly, just purely from the perspective that it's just going to cloud your judgment. It sounds obvious, but I know guys who've done it. I know guys in the evening who've gone out and drinking serious amounts and coming back and trying to trade the Asian markets. If you're a gambler, that probably suits you. That's fine, But if you're doing it as a business, I always think of, listen, if you were employing you to be a trader, if you were a money manager and say, hey, can you trade for me? And your behavior was like that, would you be able to justify it to yourself as a manager? Probably not. If you've gone out and drunk 2 or 3 pints and come back and try to trade the Dow, they're going to say, well, you really shouldn't be doing that. So it's pretty self-explanatory, guys, but only because I know people that have done it. And the old days when you were trading back in, prop firms and everyone was going out and drinking loads and coming back and just smashing the market and making loads of money. Those days are gone now. We know it's all about mental clarity. We know it's all about focus. We know it's all about discipline, and that's a little bit of a different way of approaching it. So the last thing I've going to put here is when you quit temporarily, guys, then really quit. And quit's the wrong word. I didn't really use quit as in give up trading. What I mean to say here is that from a day trading perspective and from a swing trading perspective, let me put them both into kind of perspective for you. As a day trader, you may have a loss limit where you say to yourself, listen, if I hit this loss limit, I will quit for the day. I'm not going to trade anymore because it's my maximum loss. I don't want to lose any more money. I'm obviously not in tune with the market. Things aren't going very well for me. I'm out of here. Okay. If you decide that, then really decide it. Okay. Don't go away from it and then come back, check on your phone and go, well, actually, your US dollar's moving, cable's moving, oil's moving. I'll come back and have a little play, because you will damage yourself 10 times the amount that you would have done if you'd have stayed, because not only have you broken your discipline, you've broken your rules, but the psychological damage that I've written here from the loss after that is absolutely massive. And it's exactly the same, guys, if you're swing trading. If you're swing trading, you've had a bad run, you've not done very well, that's fine, it happens to all of us. But you get to a point where you say, listen, I'm going to take a step back now for a couple of weeks. Genuinely do not allow yourself to trade, because 2 outcomes will happen here. And let me put the pen down because I want to emphasize this is very important. I feel it's very important. 2 outcomes will happen here. Number 1 is that you'll come back, you'll make a trade, you'll make money. And that is, you think, great, I've made money, but it reinforces the behavior of breaking your own rules. And going back to the point of, if you were a manager managing yourself, employing yourself to trade, if they said they weren't going to trade and you said don't come in and don't trade, and they sort of secretly traded, they'd be out the door quicker than anything. You'd be like, get out of it. You're managing money and you're making a right mess of it. Same for you. If you say you're not going to trade for 2 weeks and you're a swing trader, don't trade for 2 weeks. So going back to that point, number 1 is you can make money. You think it's great, but you end up reinforcing subconsciously the behavior of that, rule breaking. Or number 2, equally as damaging and more damaging in the short term, is that you just get the pain of, I knew I shouldn't have come back and trade. I said I was going to take 2 weeks off. I came back after 5 days. I spotted a trade and I took it, and I shouldn't have taken it because the market's not right. I've made the rational decision not to get involved in it, and now I'm being punished for it. So you end up it just hurts you so much. I know from a day trading perspective, if you go away and you say you're going to go away, if you come back and you start to try and trade, man, that is just the slipperyest slope. And this can apply for anything, guys. Quitting, trading size, any kind of rule thing. But I've put it with quitting because I think it's really important from a kind of loss management perspective and also a psychological capital perspective, is once you say you're going to quit, then quit. Hey guys, going to come back again in the next video. Stay tuned. What am I going to talk about? Let me give you a little bit of a sneak peek. Scroll through here. Oh, okay. Risk management, loss limits, daily loss limits, per trade limits, weekly loss, drawdowns, and sizing your trades. These are some of my little tips. If you like this kind of video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, to get notified. There's a little notification bell if you want to be notified every time we put up a video. I've got loads more of these coming up. Tips, psychology, discipline, strategy, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. Back in the next video.